Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Safrul Wayustiadi and I'm from A class. My student ID is 183-20105 and I will present my analysis of short story. The title is The Storm by Kate Chopin. The first element is plot, and there are six categories of plot. The first one is expository. Expository begins when the storm begins and Calicta's family is separated. The man of the house, Babinot, is away from home and can't protect his wife, and the woman is alone. After expository is rising action. In the rising action we have conflict and climax. And the conflict is the character versus the raging storm, with all of the tension in the story provided by whether that the characters are protected from it. After the conflict is climax. The climax of the story comes during the culmination of the affair between Calista and Elsie. After that, we have falling actions. Falling action happens when Calista and Alice depart. It says the rain was over, and the sun was turning the glistening green world into a palace of gems. Calista, on the gallery, watched Elsie ride away. And the last one is resolution. Resolution happens when Elsie writes to his wife and tells her that she doesn't need to rush home, and everyone benefits from the affair, and no one finds out about it. The next is point of view. The writer is using third omission. Why? Because he used pronoun and the name of the person, and he also understands about the whole story. After this, we move to the characters. There are five characters that appear in this story. The first one is Calixta as main character. Calixta is a protagonist or main character for the story, but she appears for only a few pages. She works hard to take care of home. For instance, doing laundry, cleaning, and making coffee for her husband. And she is also obsessed with keeping the house clean, as we can know from Bobby Not's worry that he and Bibi will drag Mood into the house and that Calista will be mad. And the last one is she is a good wife and good mother. She's worried about Bibi and Bobby Not being safe during the storm. The second one is Bobby Not, who is husband of Calista and father of Bibi. He is described near the end of the story as the embodiment of serious solicitude, and that seems like a pretty fair summoning up of the guy. Some and also Copin described Bobby is as stolid. Next is Pippi. Pippi is 4-year-old son of Calista and Bobby. The characteristic of Pippi is a little smart. as it's stated in the first line of the story. It tells us that he knows a storm is coming. Next is Elsie. Elsie is a complicated person. Complicated means it can be a bad or a good person. Why it's a good person? Because the fact that he shows up at Callista when the storm begins, of being neighborly way of making sure his acquaintance is fine when the storm hits. And the best side of him is when Elsie to writes the letter to Clarissa to tell her that she doesn't need to come home. Maybe he cannot stay away from Callista, or he'll never stop desiring her by keeping his wife away. And the last one is Clarissa, who is wife of Elsie. uh, Clarissa is described as pretty girl, but Clarissa doesn't take a lot of part in this short story. So, Clarissa is only introduced with her appearance. Okay, next element is setting. The story takes place in the small town in Louisiana where all the characters live. A small fraction of the action takes place at Fred Hamer's store, Elsie's house, and the house where Clarice is vacationing. But the most important setting is Calixta and Bobinot's home. When Bobinot is not there, and when Calixta and Elsie are doing affair. And then the setting is in the afternoon, but it's explained in implicit way, as it has been stated. Out, out on the small front gallery she had hung Bobin's Sunday clothes to dry. It means that she's doing that in the afternoon. Okay, next is Dim. Dim in this short story is finding happiness. The main character is a human who finds incredible gratification in an illicit affair with an old acquaintance and given the freedom to satisfy their psychical needs. Next is symbol. Symbol is storm, weather storm. Storm means human emotion, which is powerful like the passion it symbolizes. While Calixta and Elsie make love, the thunder crashes and the elements roar. Roar. Passing, the passing of the storm indicates their cycle exhaustion. And then the next is literary elements. There are two literary elements here. There are personification and imagery. Personification is used to put human qualities on something like an object, while imagery is used to describe something using things people have seen. Personification here has stated somber clouds that were rolling with sinister intention, while imagery, color white appears many times of an image representing female sexuality. Okay. Then the last one is, I disagree with this story because affair is not a good thing for marriage or relationship. That's all for me. If I made a mistake, please forgive me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.